These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
All right, now, black 30.
Here we go. Watch the safety creep. Check.
First carry for James Conner. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The 29-yard line.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch the curl. Switch. Spawn. No.
On second down, Conner looking for space. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Here we go. Blue 30.
Right there. 56. Let's get it together. Check.
They'll run on first down. Bellamy. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
8 yards on the pickup.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. This is Conner running right. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Black 80!
They'll try to run forward with Conner. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Roethlisberger, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Connor. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check.
Listen.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Steps away to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Mike, here we go. 180.
Single receiver. Single receiver. You just watch 88.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Wentz now on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he's taken down inside the 30. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Mike, 48. Oh, you got D? 48.
Again, it's Wentz. Looking sideline, incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. 3rd down here. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
And a
really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd and 5.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
At the 27-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Wentz. Complete. He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hey, Two.
Let's go, defense. Let's get up.
Over here.
Throwing his Wentz. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go. We got this.
Wentz to throw again. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside. The 20.
That's good for Eagles. First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Hey, Foxtrot.
You can't block me.
Now Wentz again. Over the right side here, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
Oh, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch your slant.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. At the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. From the 27, Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Bad Ben going to give this one to counter. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
20.
Hey, what's the ball? What's the ball?
Now on 2nd and 13. Roethlisberger. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
And there's an example of not taking your practice work, your drill work, and turning it into game speed. You work on that all the time. 3rd and long, you want to let him make the catch, rally to the football, tackle him short of the sticks. The pursuit there, not that great.
Yeah, not great. That may be an understatement. That turned into a big play. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
Ready? Black 80.
50 out. Come on.
Black is on.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Going to throw deep for the end zone. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 10-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
You got 3 down.
5-9, 5-9. Here we go. Done.
A final shot before half for Wentz. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Here we go. Pac-Man. 180. 4-5-7.
Hey, alert 48.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. We're done.
Now Wentz. His short throw caught by Goddard. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Throwing now is Wentz. Looking deep for his tight end, Oates. And that will be incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
And that'll carry over. The back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They start with a give to counter. And they'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Three bud. Check.
Now a give, right side. Bellamy. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
180.
56 is the mic. Come on, baby.
Beat these two.
Check 15.
Check. Block it.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Steelers.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
All right, now, 230.
You want this. Double time. Hey,
Right back to Connor here on first. And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Black 20.
Mike, 58, right there. Hey, here.
Take 2 up there.
On second down, Samuels. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
To throw is Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
46 down, man, 5-4.
26, Mike. 26, Mike.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
Hey. You got 3. You got 3. 3 down. 3 down.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. Let's see if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
First down.
Like 5.
6, right there, 56. Here we go, D.
Counter. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
59, what's up? 59, what's up?
Check 24, watch 24. He's checking. Crash.
Black and third.
Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 12 yards there and a first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Take 2 of them.
On first down, Connor, and an alley to run. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
That! Black 80!
58, come on. In your face.
On the run is Connor. They give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now a give, right side, Bellamy. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. And he finds Howard complete. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
14. Stephen Gostkowski set to kick off.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be taken short. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Kill these traps. Let's go. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Watch the area.
Roethlisberger will hand a counter. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Like 80!
You don't want nothing. Pick up the ball.
Roethlisberger to throw. And that is incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
out from the 9. Here's 2nd and goal.
Double time. Hey, we got 4 down.
Like I said.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Let's keep moving. Convert it.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
4th down and goal.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, partner, still a head-scratcher to me how this one ended, down 3. I just thought, no matter the situation, you're in a spot where you can kick that field goal and go to overtime. Why not do it?
And this is where I think the analytics guys are going to continue to get more and more traction in the league. We've talked about different people now saying, I need a game management coach, someone in the booth to take the emotion out of it. Did they lose track of where they were on the clock, right? Did they lose track of where they were on the field? Was it makeable for their kicker? All those things come into play here, and it turns out they don't get it done.
So for the Steelers, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So